That to see them invest in the community how I was hoping, and the pride that comes from them to their families, to the community, it all makes for a stronger community, and that's what I really hope to see, is that everybody is doing something to give back on some level.
I love it here, and it's great to be able to be a part of this, to be building my own community, and I feel very grateful to be here.
We're both equally invested, and I think based upon the other comments that you've probably got today, that's why this is so successful, is it is a true partnership. It's not weighted one way. It's, we're both in it for the right reasons. It's a good business. We've got solid business principles. We've got desired outcomes. We're investing in people. We're investing in communities, and it's good all the way around. It's a win-win. My name's Graham Murphy. I'm the CEO of Murphy Construction, amongst many other hats that I wear with the organisation. But we currently have a partnership with the Lil'wat Nation that's very successful on many levels. And I approached them on a couple of occasions, the Lil'wat Nation, and they weren't quite ready for partners to come in at that point. They were running their own programs and they were successful, I guess. And then they actually put an RFP out for a partnership for a construction company, which I believe 5 companies responded to. And we were successful in our RFP, and it's blossomed from there. So.
Well, my name is Dean Nelson. My traditional name is Shkalulmuk. Well, the relationship began pretty subtly, and relationships with First Nations and companies has never been good. So first off, we don't really trust people because we've just been taken all the time. We've just been used for, just the job itself, and so we thought we'd take a chance with another company, and I think Murphy done it the proper way, is to introduce himself and let us know his intentions and all the people that we'd be working with, and what he could bring to the nation. And I think the big value to me is he looks at the human being in each one of those workers, and I see that and I value that, and that's what I do when I was a teacher. I looked at every student as an individual, and their needs are different, and it's just, some of them it's just a stopping place. Others, they might want to go up higher and be that supervisor, and so yeah, I really value that. Well, I value this, like I said, we've had so many relationships that have failed. And so we're very skeptical about who we partner with, and you have to prove yourself. And this would be a model for how to do business with First Nations, is understand the people to begin with, and work on those relationships and see the values, and come to the community and be seen, and let people know who you are, as Graham Murphy has, and as the staff have, and celebrated, and shared in what is possible.
I get so emotional when I talk about you guys.
That's awesome.
Feels great being here after knowing that I helped Murphy build this Tizil Learning Center, and now I'm going to school here.
I'm Elliot Peters. I'm originally from Naquaqua, Darcy. I live here in Mount Currie. Been working for Murphy Construction for 2 years coming up this May. I'm a second-year apprentice carpenter, and I really enjoy working for Murphy. Never really got to work with these close of guys before. I was always out in Whistler working with random people, and now I get to work with my little brother and how many of my best friends growing up.
My boss right now is my dad, so that's It's pretty wild to be able to work with my dad. It's always nice to drive by and remember that I worked there. I worked at Tizil, and can't wait to drive by and say I work at the gas station.
Well, I love the local work, you know, it's nice to be working at home where we can take a lot of pride in what we're doing. The projects are good here in Mount Currie, and it's good to see our town evolving. Oh, it's awesome to be working with local guys from the community, just seeing guys evolve into what they are and being able to be a part of teaching them to become better, not only as carpenters, but as people. It's a great experience for me, as they're teaching me just as much.
My name is Natalie Langmann, and I work closely with Murphy Construction as their business development manager. I work closely with our entire team, helping our carpenters and aspiring carpenters to become Red Seal ticketed carpenters. As soon as our crew of level 2s were finished their level 2 carpentry program, they went on to build the 2,200 square foot gondola barn on Whistler Blackcomb. My most memorable moment working with Murphy Construction would be working closely with Shane Peters to help him achieve his Red Seal ticket. So it always makes me a little emotional when I start talking about it. So Graham Murphy held a meeting with Chief Dean and Carrie Mahaffey of the Lil'wat Nation, brought all of our carpenters and aspiring carpenters together and said, what do you need to get across the line? What's it gonna take, right? You know, you wanna become a real carpenter, let's do this. And Shane stood up and he talked about his story, about how he had gone to school 17 years ago or 18 years ago, and he had gotten to level 4 and he wrote his IP, Interprovincial exam, and he had failed. So then he wrote it again and he failed again, and then he just gave up, and he said he had to go back to work. You know, he had family and young family, and so he went back to work, and no one in 18 years had brought it up to him. And so after the meeting, I said, what will it take? And he suggested a tutor. So we found this tutor, Richard Dickinson, who has a great success rate. And so I called up Shane. I said, Shane, I found you a tutor, but he's in Kamloops. So you have to go 3 times this month and 3 times next month, but I can work closely with Melanie and we can get you some funding for living away expenses, and we see you as this leader, this mentor, and you're going to need to sign off on people underneath you as a Red Seal, so you should get your ticket, and will you go? And he said, yes, right away.
Shane Peters, I work for Murphy Construction, and I live right here in Lil'wat. Well, when I started with Murphy, I was a 4th year apprentice, and I was a 4th year apprentice for probably 16, 17 years. So when I joined Murphy, they kind of gave me a little nudge to go for my Red Seal. And then I got my Red Seal last year, I believe, and yeah, Murphy's been absolutely supportive of that, pushing me forward and making me go for more of my goals, and working in my community, being able to mentor my own people, and just hopefully inspire other First Nations people that you can become a supervisor or anything, right? I don't know.
I really try and surround myself with people that are doing it for the right reasons. At the end of the day, it's a job, you have to enjoy it. If you can do a job that you can make a difference, you can empower, you can help people grow, you can invest in people, you can contribute to the greater good of your communities that you work in, then why wouldn't you want to work with a company? Those are the people I want working with us, and I truly do believe that that's who we've surrounded ourselves with, and I think that's why we'll continue to be successful. We attract those kind of people because I think we've got good values, good morals, good ethics, and having a partnership like the Lil'wat only allows us to platform and showcase that even more.